Hey, how's it going? Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome in, Marcus. Hope you're doing well. It's Friday, yay! And next weekend is a long weekend. That's gonna be an extra nice Friday next week. Then Monday is gonna, after that, it's gonna be even better because we won't have to work. It's a day off. It's great. But I hope you guys doing well. Hope your day has gone well. It is sunny, which means it is hot. It's 76 in the room. I don't know why. Like today was like, oh, it's 78 outside. But even at 78, I feel like normal, like maybe just residual heat from before. I feel like it was cooler before. But I guess I don't know. Maybe the building is still hot. But I felt like like today it was reading like 71.8, and I was like, it's really warm. Like not 71.8 warm. It was like it felt like a 73 or 74. I don't know why. But looking at the temperature, it's gonna go back up to 80s Thursday, Friday. I don't look forward to that. Shit. No, I hate the summer. July is supposed to be the hottest month, from my understanding. But that doesn't mean there's not gonna be hot days, you know, going forward. So we'll survive. We will survive. We've survived before. We'll survive again. But today I want to look over all the stuff we have for the Epic Mega Ransom mission. Because I think this weekend I will apply. We gotta need to make a package build, right? I'll need to make sure that all packages and test that as well. But I was thinking, like, I don't think there's any benefit for me waiting, so I might as well. Like, I have the write-ups, I have the trailer. That's all I need the package build, obviously, but that's it. So I think at this point, you just look over it, see if there's anything missing, and then get ourselves ready to apply. Because the next thing I'm working on, right, is the second boss. But I don't think you need the second boss for the demo. They won't play long enough for it to have matter what the second boss is. I can attest to that one. Because that's not going to be like, oh yeah, they can play for 10 minutes and get to the second boss. So, we go from there. Right. Shall we get started? Shall we do the things and stuff? And yes, and maybe. Wink. Okay, welcome in. How's it going? Be doing well. Here we go. So, right, we have all of our stuff. We have all the write-ups. Let's look through the trailer first. Just to make sure we don't want to make any changes to the trailer before we call it like okay. So hold on. Pause the background music. We can rewatch it because it's been a little bit. And go. think it's fine. Like, is it amazing? No. But I think for considering where I am, I think it's fine. And I think it's a whole lot better than the previous one we had. The first version. So you know what? I'll take it. But I still think it's not clear why the bottom bars are shown. I mean, I don't know another way of doing it. So right, when I show it, where is it? I don't remember where it is. It's grayscale. You're literally the only thing in color is this. You're seeing it fill up. You saw it go up, and then you're on a screen that you've not seen before that says choose card to unlock. It's the best I got. And then you see the same thing again. You see it twice. So that's all. That's the way I decided to do it. Anyway. So yeah, I'll see. Either way, for now it's good enough. Also, not important to show a trailer when you get upgrades. I mean, it is important if it's a gameplay trailer, you want to show the gameplay loop. It depends on what kind of trailer it is. Just a gameplay trailer, so I want to show the entire gameplay loop. I want to explain that, you know, it is a roguelite. You get upgrades. How do you get upgrade? You get power-ups. Well, how do you get power-ups? You level up, you get power-ups. You fill up the bar, whatever you want to call it. You get a card, and then clearly they stack, so your visuals change. Yeah. You didn't even notice the gray just looked dark red. I mean, hey, that's fine. Like, I'm gonna keep it. I prefer it with it, so that's fine. If that's the reason why I don't get it, then that's the reason why I don't get it. I prefer it, so I'm gonna keep it. Cool. Okay. So, let's see about, you know what we should do? I should fill out this because I'm going to need to reformat a lot of the stuff. So let's reformat it so that way I can have it be already formatted. To make sure that everything's going to be fine. All right, because it's obviously I'm going to have like the bulletins and all that, right? It's not going to copy paste. So let's make sure that that's all going to be fine. This is where we're skipping. Project information. It's going to be games, action, adventure, right? That's all going to be fine. It's going to be a prototype, Unreal Engine 5. Project gives back to the 3D community. Okay. Copy this. This doesn't have any formatting stuff. But let's just make sure that this... Yes, he doesn't even do the different... There's a limit to the length of this. They didn't specify a limit to the character length in this. See, this is why we checked. Okay. So this is the length. What's the hotkey? Word count? Control-Shift-C. 450 characters. God damn it. Okay. So we gotta shorten this to less than half. Okay, let's shorten it less than half. Hold on. I'm applying for the Epic Mega Grant. And I'm answering the section. My write-up is too long. It needs to be max. Is it 455? 450. 450. Please shorten my write-up, but keep the main. Good thing I checked. I wonder if the other ones also have. Hey, Darkness, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Why am I using Grok? Because it's the one that I've been using this whole time, because it's really good at searching, and I need search. Link you in permanent video references, 2D sprites. This is not a good. It needs to. On. Primarily. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you use. Use whatever, whatever you prefer. I might need to just modify this one to specify this. Why is it saying code text? I don't love it. Hold on. Can we okay. Let's see what we can do. This is not needed. We can drop this. Because there's a place on relevant social media. So I don't think that's needed. We can drop that. Development of the game. Let's just start chopping this. Streamed live on YouTube. And Twitch. This allows anyone to stop by and ask questions about any part of the workflow. And the videos can always be accessed afterwards. People to use as references. Hey, Swarm, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I see you're also using Grok. It was better with Unreal stuff, but recently ChatGPT got better answers. I mean, for this, it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to shorten it. I don't know. I haven't tried recent versions of ChatGPT, but are you using the premium versions? You have the nicer one? Because I have very few messages what I can send on the nice version of ChatGPT. Okay, the amount of messages I can send on the free account is very limited, and then it diverts back to the old version. Okay, we can drop this. So this is about 450. Okay. I think this is implied. All of the game has been streamed since the beginning, so anyone could see the whole process of what it takes to create a game on Unreal Engine using purely blueprints. As an artist that doesn't know any code. Let's just drop this. Okay. We're at 741. Okay. Our tutorial as well as breakdowns that have made some of the tools developed for the game that are made from some. So if I drop this, it's still too long, but we're closer. And normal for common folks. I'm good to know. Yeah, last I tried ChatGPT for Unreal stuff, it was hallucinating way too much for me. Like this, and a lot of times, even when I recently was trying to use it, I would have to explicitly tell it to search. I think I tried it at one point recently. I forget what I was looking up. I think I was just there, and I told it to. Oh, I wanted to get because it was a creative thing. I wanted to get some title ideas, and I was like, "Hey, you know, check out the Procedural Minds YouTube channel, and let me know, like, give me an idea for a title that fits those video titles in the same kind of style." And it didn't even search. I had to explicitly tell it to search, and when it searched the one thing. I was like, no, that's why I still use Grok. Search is my number one reason for using AI. I want to search. Google search sucks. I need a search. It's quite worse before. Oh yeah. The development, we can drop this, has been streamed since the beginning. What are we at now? 466, almost. This is all interesting. Okay, I'm repeating myself a little bit. I've repeated myself. The one of the game is streamed live on YouTube and Twitch, which allows anyone to stop by and ask questions about any part of the workflow. There are tutorials as well as breakdowns that are made from some of the tools developed for the game so that others can learn and improve their own systems and workflows. Well, that definitely fits. Can I bring back... this is too long. But... yeah, that's too long. Some of the tutorials include ECG graphs, area utility widgets, and material discussion. For environment design, that might be still too long. 438. No, we're fine. Design and style. We're within. We're within. Hey, Face It Face, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I don't know why they didn't specify there's a freaking character limit. Like, they specify there's a character limit on this one. What the fuck happened here? Huh? Huh? Epic? Don't like documentation? Development of the game is streamed live at YouTube and Twitch, which allows anyone to stop by and ask questions about any part of the workflow. There are tutorials as well as breakdowns that are made from some of the tools developed for the game so that others can learn and improve their own systems and workflows. Some of the tutorials include PCG graphs, edited hill widgets, and material discussions for environment design style. I don't love this. For environments and visuals. Can we do that? Yes. Is that a requirement on the form? Yes, for me, because I specify my project gives back to the 3D community. So I need to explain how it gives back to the 3D community. So let's just see if this now all fits. Yes. And there's the limit. Okay. This is a good thing I decide to check right now, that to like fake fill in everything to make sure that, you know, it will go in. Otherwise I would have missed it and I have to deal with this over the weekend. Or I would just be like, okay, let's just do it next week. You drop off the game from the beginning. Yeah, that's true, yeah. The element is streamed live. Yeah, that's a good one. Some of the existing tutorials include discussions, covering the unique visual aesthetic. Can we get away with this? $4.49. Which allows a shorter. Which allows a shorter. Oh no, yeah, which allows. No, allowing anyway. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Because which allows anyone, or just allowing anyone. Yeah, you're right. We're not battling for a workout. We're battling for a character count, which is worse. Right, so there's the limit. Yeah, we're just under the limit, which is good. Okay. Project elevator pitch is better fit. Okay. Yeah, we're just under it. Perfect. Spreading Crimson is a deck building roguelite action RPG. Choose what power-ups are available each run, stack power-ups for interesting combos, progress through the 3D procedural dungeons, and find what lurks in the depths below. Okay. Now, this better not have a character limit for full project details. Okay, it does not, but it is not also, it doesn't format either. So, it doesn't do a terrible job formatting. Okay. So we got a format for this. So most of this is fine. We just need to put like dashes here. To do. This. I think that's fine. It just does not like replayability for whatever reason, and roguelite. So I'm ignoring those. But this is what we want, right? With a space here, with a new line here, and new line, no, not a new line before. Yeah. Those form stuff you really hate, they usually strip all line breaks and spaces because of one big string of words once you save. Thankfully, it seems like this one is... it at least keeps the line breaks. So I had to now modify the bullet points, but that's fine. All right, that's fine. Okay, let's make sure the next one fits. This one also needs to be formatted. So this needs to be you. Right, we have 4. Yes. But I think what I'm going to do is one of these. So it's easier to... Did it just change how it... I think I want to do this, just because this is easier to read between because they're so short, but these are like a little bit longer write-ups. So I feel like this is a better formatting. Dude, what? Paste. Okay. Why does it have an extra... If I did this, and then I copied this, pasted it. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay. So we want to actually have it have this insane spacing for it to paste the way I want. Okay. Let me just double check that this is also correct. There we go. So why does this one only need 1, but this one needs 2? What? What? 3. Well, no, hold on. Why are these just thicker? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. Whatever. It's fine. It fits. Let's see about the next section. Funding range here. Paste. Okay. Let's do one of these. I think that's a better format. Because then there's the main thing. Then we have what it is, the little sentence for it, what it is, the sentence for it, what it is, the sentence for it. Total pre-tax estimate. Okay, I think this is fine. How's this gonna? Paste. Okay, so there's the formatting there. Okay. Looks good. Shall we just read through them now? Now that the form, now we know that it all fits. The only one that had a character limit that did not specify it had a character limit is this one. How the project gives back to the 3D community. That's the one place where it did not freaking specify, but actually had one in secret. What bastards. No. If I said yes, we had to specify. So that would be the whole setup, obviously minus this links and subject name and country and all that, which I'm gonna fill in. It's interesting that it wants the phone number, but it doesn't want email. And maybe it's using the one that's already on the record, because I think I had to log in, but there's no download. Oh, Unreal Engine download. I don't even know if I'm logged in here. So I have no idea. Maybe. Or they're gonna, well, no, I guess it has to, right? Because if you don't, this is not a requirement. So they have to have logged in already, probably. I just don't see a log out because, why would you make a website? Okay, let's quickly read through this. Epic stuff, it is really questionable. It is. It's always questionable. Okay, please explain how you heard about us. First heard about the Epic Mega Grants program in 2019 when it launched. If I followed it since then as a longtime Unreal Engine user and solo developer. My project gives back to the 3D community. Please explain. Maximum 450 characters. The development is streamed live on YouTube and Twitch, allowing anyone to stop by and ask questions about any part of the workflow. There are tutorials as well as breakdowns that are made from some of the tools developed for the game so that others can learn and improve their own systems and workflows. Some of the existing tutorials include PCG graphs, editor utility widgets, and material discussions covering the unique visual aesthetic. And then this just specifies that it exists. But on the form, I will include my YouTube link in the relevant social media. So we'll have a thing. Country, I guess I would be putting Canada, huh? I'm currently in Canada, and this development has been in Canada. Okay. Project elevator pitch. Spreading Crimson is a deck building roguelite ARPG. Choose what power-ups are available each run, stack power-ups for interesting combos, progress through the 3D procedural dungeon, and find what lurks in the depths below. Spreading Crimson is a full project details, is a deck-building roguelite action RPG built entirely in Unreal Engine 5 using blueprints. Players descend through procedural, multi-layered 3D dungeons, battling unique enemies and crafting powerful card synergies in fast-paced combat. After each run, players return to a safe hub to unlock permanent upgrades and expand their customizable deck, allowing endless experimentation with different playstyles and power-up combinations. The game blends satisfying action combat with deep deck building and high replayability. The game features fully procedural multi-layered dungeons built with modular rooms and multiple PCG graphs. This allows rapid creation of varied thematic environments while maintaining full designer control over player experience and pacing. All characters use a custom 3D to 8-directional sprite workflow. Fully animated 3D models are rendered into flipbook sprites, delivering both smooth animation performance with a distinctive handcrafted look. Niagara is used for impactful visual effects, and the project takes advantage of UEFI's modern toolset for rapid iteration as a solo developer. Development began in early 2024 and is currently in late prototype stage. A playable build already includes core dungeon generation, combat, deck building mechanics, hub progression, and several enemy encounters. The project is developed part-time alongside streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Procedural Mind channels. I'm gonna not include that because I don't think it's needed. Where the community actively contributes feedback. With continued part-time work, the goal is to reach a polished vertical slice and early access release by late 2027. Key upcoming milestones include 3 unique multi-phase bosses, 3 distinct environment themes, swapped via PCG for fresh visuals per layer, 30 plus varied enemies, expanded and balanced power-up/card system, enhanced Niagara VFX, and overall polish. The Epic Mega Grant would significantly accelerate development by funding targeted contractors for card art, replacing current placeholder AI-generated assets with a consistent style, original music and sound design, and additional concept art. This addresses the main bottlenecks for solo developer while allowing focus on core gameplay and procedural systems. Development is fully transparent via regular live streams and YouTube videos. Did I mention that already here? No, right? Not in this section. That was the first time I mentioned it in the... No, I mentioned it here. Part-time alongside streaming YouTube and Twitch, where the community... It's fine. Do I want to combine them? I'm kind of want to just drop this section entirely, actually, because it is literally the answer to how do I give back to the 3D community. It has nothing to do with the project. That is answering this part. So I kind of want to drop that. Because it has nothing to do with the project details. Spraying Crimson demonstrates how a solo developer can create rich, replayable experiences in UE5 through smart use of procedural generation and modern workflows. The grant would help elevate the project's production quality and bring this unique dark fantasy roguelite to more players while contributing valuable learning resources back to their new community. I think dropping that, hopefully is fine. Hey, Lux, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Congrats on your game releasing? Well, it's not releasing. I don't know why you think it's releasing. It's not releasing. It's not. We're close to releasing. At what point do you show your game to the public? Oh, the game's been available on Patreon every month. So, and I'm literally developing on stream, so in that sense, since the very beginning. Do I show my game to the public? Every stream. Pretty much. You're all good. Okay. Turn Cursive is a passion project by solo developer Procedural Minds. Built over 2.5 years. This is unique features. Built over 2.5 years entirely in blueprints for Unreal Engine 5. Delivers a distinctive roguelite experience through fully 3D procedural dungeons paired with an in-depth synergistic deck building system that drives higher playability. Key unique features include vertically layered procedural dungeons generated each run via the PCG system from curated room modules. That's not quite right. It's not via the PCG system. Constructed using modular PCG graphs. I mean, like as a dev, not you specifically? What do you mean? When should a dev in general show their game to the public? Whenever you feel like you want to? Again, I've showed my game since day one. I've built it on stream, so I'm not gonna say later because I have no experience with that. So whenever you want, I guess. Vertically layered procedural dungeons generated each run from curated room modules constructed using modular PCG graphs. Players begin at the top layer and descend to the boss with full visibility of the navigatable that would have been a little bit embarrassing. Levels below. Each floor features its own theme, which can be rapidly iterated thanks to modular PCG graphs, ideal for a solo developer. Okay, let's redrop this entirely, because that's just repeating here. Vertical layer procedural dungeons generated each run from curated room modules. Players begin at the top layer and descend to the boss with full visibility of the navigatable levels below. Each floor features its own theme, which can be... Each level features its own theme, which can be rapidly iterated thanks to modular PCG graphs, ideal for a solo developer. Good thing I'm checking. Because it's not each floor, it is very much each level. Hybrid 2D, 3D visuals. Characters use Unreal's Paper 2D system with a custom workflow. Fully rigged and animated 3D models are exported to Blender, rendered as a-directional sprites, packed into Flipbook and re-imported. Flipbook sheets and re-imported. This creates a distinctive hand-drawn look while keeping production lightweight and performant. Resulting in a hybrid 2D and 3D aesthetic. Some companies will do hiring tests where they have designers design a mechanic, and then they'll drop the interviewee but use their design. I mean, I'm a solo dev. I know nothing of any of that. I'm not sure what you're looking for here. I'm a solo dev, just building my own game. Nothing in my game is unique. It's all, just parts of other games. What stops companies from stealing a whole game concept and gameplay from India? Nothing. Aside from, if you built it first, then you have effectively copyright on it. Right? And it's like what happened with Marathon, right? It's not like the artist that made those designs went out and copyrighted it. The fact that it's out there and it's clearly you making it automatically gives you the copyright to it. You are the creator. Just like if you have, if you hire a contractor to make an art piece for you, they can allow you to use it, but they will legally have the copyright to it, no matter what. It is their work. They own the original copyright to it. They can allow you to use it without, filing anything, but that's on their discretion. Legally, they own it. Right? I mean, look, what if I win the lottery? I don't know what if. What if a lot of stuff? What if the sun explodes? I don't know. I'll deal with it if that happens. I don't know what happens. What if? I don't. That's not the current state of things, so I don't need to worry about it. Players stack passive power-ups that combine in surprising ways, allowing full customization, defensive, aggressive, or maximum visual chaos. New car upgrades unlock fresh synergies each run, keeping experimentation fresh and rewarding. Can I drop this? Maybe you know what? Maybe now that I think about it, maybe this is good. Because that gives them like, oh, this is the hybrid 2D thing. This is this section. I still have one for these two, but if a big company stole your game and made a profit, what would I do about it? Nothing. I would just make a better game than them. No, again, nothing in my game is unique. What are they going to steal from me specifically? There's nothing here. My specific combination of ideas? Okay. They don't know my story or my lore or anything of that side. So, yeah, the mechanics they can take, but they're not going to recreate the exact power-ups I use anyway. So I was like, okay, and? Okay, then I deal with that then. No, again, let's make a better product. Again, I don't live in this what ifs. Okay. If it happens, then we'll deal with it. How we deal with it, I don't know. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with knowing how to deal with it once I need to deal with it. Wait, am I gonna lose sleep over a what if? No. That's a waste of my time. Transparent community-driven development. Nearly every development session is live-streamed on YouTube and Twitch, letting viewers influence, resulting tutorials are shared publicly. It is repetitive. But... Okay. Why do you think an indie can't do anything about it? Sure they can. What do you mean? Consult a lawyer and go from there. Don't consult a random person online. I'll tell you that. How do you plan to use the funds for the project? Plan to use the $30,000 after tax. The $30,000 mega grant after tax. to polish a vertical playable slice of spreading crimson by hiring specialized freelance talent in the areas where my skills fall short as a solo developer. High level budget. Card art and UI UX design, 15,000. Professional illustration for all deck built-in cards and power-up icons, replacing the current AI-generated assets, plus consistent UI/UX design for the HUD, menus, and overall player experience. Original soundtrack and audio. Commission a full original soundtrack tailored to the different dungeon themes, along with sound effects and audio implementation to create a more atmospheric experience. Hire professional concept artist to design characters, dozens of unique enemies, boss visuals, and environmental themes. Total after tax 30,000 before 40,200. This focused budget lets me retain full creative control as a solo developer while addressing the biggest production gaps in art, audio, and concept design. No funds will be used for the engine licenses, tools, or marketing, as the project is already fully built in Unreal Engine 5 using only blueprints and free Epic tools. Marketing will continue through the existing Procedural Minds YouTube and Twitch channels. Yeah. Lawyers for people with money? No. Some lawyers just work on whether or not they win the case. Some, is that pro bono? No, pro bono is for free, right? Yeah, some people just work on, yeah, if they win the case, then they take the money from that. So you don't have to pay anything up front. That is a price for this. Interesting. You might do a project to deliver tomorrow. What? Are you talking about? Mega grant is a grant, like money grant. It's not a prize. It's not a competition whether you come in first, second, or something. You're applying for a grant just to see if you can get finances to help with your game. And what are the requirements? We're only guesses. We're only guessing. You had no idea what it's about? Yep. It's a grant, as the name suggests. They give out money. They're like, here, have some money. Holy shit, it's actually above 77 degrees right now in my room. How is it? Why is today so hot? Is it just like, I feel like normally it's, the temperature outside would have to be a lot hotter for it to get this hot in my room. But yet, it's already 77 in here. Dear God. I mean, look. Based on what you're saying, right? It's like, oh, what should I do? I should just, roll up in a ball and cry? I mean, I don't know what you're expecting here. Do you, like, oh, why aren't you in a ball crying and making excuses? I'm not gonna make excuses. I'm gonna just do what I need to do and do it well and move along. Why would I make excuses and cry in a fetal position? That's just silly. That's a waste of my time and everyone else's time. Right, why quit before you even start? 77 degrees, you're thinking it's 77C, like what the hell? And then the lag kicks in. Yeah, I'm measuring in freedom units here, you know? Yeah. We measure here in freedom units and shotgun shells. And eagle screeches. Depending on the measurement. Although the iconic eagle screech is not an eagle. It's a hawk, I want to say. I don't remember. I think it's a hawk. Okay.
Ad break incoming. Pausing the stream so you don't miss me rage quitting the compile error.
At least not a duck. True. Yeah, the iconic piercing eagle screech commonly heard in movies, TV commercials, and other is always the call of a red-tailed hawk, not a bald eagle. Which is like crazy to me. That's a thing. Like what? Like, why lie about that? Like, I don't understand the point. I don't think it matters that much. I should get a lawyer. Yeah, I mean, maybe. TR versus clear. Like, I love how it wrote out the shrieks. How are you supposed to pronounce? Why is there a K at the beginning? Can you even pronounce this? I don't know. Oh, I haven't launched Unreal. Let me launch Unreal. We need to package the actual game. It's going up. Temperature is going up. Like, it's 75 outside. Why is it going up? Why is it now hot, cooler technically outside? It's because of the sun. I know the answer to the question. It's because of the sun. It's because of this bastard right here. Right? It says 75 outside right now. But that's not 75 in direct sunlight. How big is your build right now? 1.5 gigs, just under, I believe. $3:30 a.m. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing here. Get some sleep. I mean, I guess it's the weekend, so you know what? You got an excuse. At least it's the weekend. I'll allow it. I permit you to be here. You're from the future. It's Saturday. Tell us, future walker. I don't freaking know. How is the weekend so far? Okay. Let's try packaging it. Let me turn off the FPS for this package. Display. I think I could still turn it on. No, not HUD. No, yeah, HUD FPS. Yeah, I can still turn it on. So let's just keep it off by default. Now let's repackage it. Just so for their build, I'm just gonna not show the FPS by default. Sunny. It's sunny at 3:30 a.m. I don't like it. That's it shouldn't be sunny at 3:30 a.m. That sounds miserable. This is colder. Last 2 weeks were quite heat wave. Yeah, the last few days here have been quite bad. Like, but it seems like it's gonna go back up. It's gonna be like a few nice days here, but I don't look forward to that. Like, it's not great right now, but yeah, it's on max. So at the very least, even though I'm not a fan of rain, I like this temperature a whole lot better than this temperature. So, you know, I'm definitely I'd rather have the rain in that sense. Oh, it's still going up. Oh, no, it's just 777. Missed it. I think if I hold it in my hand for a moment, it'll go back down to 777. Hold on. No? No. No, I went all the way to 779. Damn it. Held it too long. Sorry, no jackpot. No, 78 point what? I'm a warm boy. I'm burning. Hey, Healy's, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh. Not this shit again. Okay. What is this error that has been happening past a couple of times? But here, when you first had the musically challenged drum boss, and now you're here for the submission to Epic Games for the graft. I mean, I still have that musical challenged drum boss. I'm going to be replacing him, but for now, he's still there. This is such a stupid error, because the only way I can think of to fix it is to Is there a way to like tell it to just recache entirely from the beginning? I can turn off incremental cook. And see if that helps. But it's gonna take a long time to package. But I guess as long as it packages, I mean, I can't complain that much. Let's just see. God damn it. Hey, Bubber Boy, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Because I think the fix for this was to like remove the caches and stuff. I don't like it never happened before. It happened the first time just earlier this month when we were testing stuff. And now it happened again. I don't understand. I want 5.8.1 to come out. So to hopefully maybe have this be a fixed thing there. Because I don't know why it started happening. But it's my one hope of, you know, it just being fixed. I don't know. I hate packaging. Packaging sucks. It's 78.3 in the room. God. Put me out of my misery. I almost feel like the AC has just given up. Because I feel like a week ago... Oh. That was faster. And I'll put it back to this just to have it back to where it was. But if needed, I guess I could change this to... done and have it work. Let's take a look at it. Okay, well, first let me zip it. I'll tell you guys this file size of it. Because I mean, hop back in your hometown normal day at night. No. Sworn. We're not talking about outside. I'm talking about inside with the AC going. It could be 108 outside. I wouldn't care. I just don't want it inside. Hey, Blonde Bonsai, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, the package build is only about 1.2 gigabytes. Did it go down? I'm not sure. Skill issue. About me, that could be that would be very accurate. I have a lot of skills issues. Whether a handling skill -1, dude, that's the that's the one thing that I dislike about this area in general. Like, I like everything around here. Like, I don't really have no complaints. But the weather here sucks. It's like during the summer, it's hot. Partially, my complaint partially here is because of shit AC. If that was fine, if I had fine AC, then I wouldn't complain. But at the current moment, that stands. And for the rest of the time, when it's not the summer, it's raining. God damn it. It's either too hot or it's raining. I don't. I grew up on foggy, cloudy, like weather, where it's just like an overcast. It's just cool, like low 60s. That's like so nice. Hello, Yeep Foot and Storm Run. Welcome in. How's it going? Doing well. You're allergic to specifically 17 bees. I mean, yeah, I mean, you're probably gonna be fine. Statistically, you're probably gonna be fine then. Okay, let's launch it. Let's close this actually. Audio. Oh yeah, you don't have to be allergic to more. Yeah, you'll just die from being stung too much just through sheer pain and other issues. Yeah, you don't have to be allergic specifically. There's the more, right, is at a certain point you just you're getting stabbed to death. So that's not an allergy. Funnel runners? Looks really... Never heard of it. Hi Cody, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Have I had a controller support for this? You have. I have indeed. That opened up no problem. And yes, controller support is a pain in the ass. Can't confirm. Okay. Camera stuff is working that we changed. Good. So if I did this, yeah, this works. Good. It's showing what I need. Yep, this is working. This is all working. I guess in here, in the stats thing, I could put a currencies tab. Okay, if I click here, I can't change tabs. So that's a no for myself. If I click here. Where's my spreadsheet? I gotta fix that. Stats, tab stats, AD, not working, when off card focus. It'll be fine for our sake, most likely. I managed to get it. That also has escape focus issues. Just I'll rename this to tab stats focus issues. Are you using Common UI? I'm only using Common UI because I needed the mouse to disappear automatically. But otherwise, I'm not really using Common UI because I'm not using any of the other functionality. In fact, I have to go in and like disable Common UI, a lot of the Common UI stuff because it just gets in the way. Show support just works out of the box for you. It depends on what you're trying to do, right? Because if you need something more custom, then it's not going to work out of the box, right? Like for example, here in the deck builder, right? I needed to navigate here and then navigate here specifically. But if you have it all together, then it's going to go between them. It might go from here to here, right? It's less controlled. So sometimes you need to do a little more custom. UI is the real challenge controller. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, doing the combat and all that is much easier than doing a UI. UI is a pain in the ass for sure. UI just accepts A as the current button. Yeah, that's from Common UI. But also, depending if you did game only and used Common UI, then you wouldn't be able to left click. Oh, I still have camera shake here. That shouldn't have camera shake. Okay, we need to get rid of that and repackage. Yeah, that's all working. Okay, yeah, that's working. Cool. Let's go ahead and fix the issue. And I guess I need to clear out the zips I made. You don't use Common UI, you just made your own. The only real reason why I even installed Common UI was because I just wanted the mouse to disappear when I had a controller set up, and I just refused to do that. So until I used Common UI, and then it would do it. Like, fuck it. I'll use Common UI for that, and then there were so many headaches since then. I got it working how I needed to, but it was only fighting me, not working with me. UMG, I was hoping it would get an update in UE5 in general. It never got an update, which is sad. I do not like UMG. I didn't like it in UE4, and I don't like it here. I never got a single damn rework. Unfortunately. You off. You off. And while we're here, let me just double check that these are off as well. They're not. Good thing I checked. So it's only the light ones that I think I duplicated from. Yeah. These are fine. Okay. Make that happen with your options screen. There's a checkbox for PC or controller with PC as default. See, I wanted to auto swap instead of having you choose one or the other. And it worked, but the problem was it would show the mouse, like the mouse would be there, and then when you touched it, then it would disappear. It wouldn't just disappear from the get-go. Even though it was set to not be visible, the only way it would disappear was when it got an update, which was stupid. And the only reason why I just turned on comment. Okay, let's see if it works now. Or if I need to turn off that package setting permanently. Been your least favorite part of the dev process, UMG? Yeah, I don't blame you. The alignment stuff in UMG gets me to this day. Like the whole auto and fill stuff. It's named terribly, and it doesn't. No, I still don't like it. Yeah, see, now it's fine. I don't know. Even Elden Ring has the issue sometimes on the map. Sometimes you open the map and the mouse shows up in the center. What did I use? I think I played with a controller, right? I want to say I played with a controller. I didn't notice it. Maybe it happened, but yeah, I probably didn't notice it. Logic's always so lengthy to get all the data in. Yeah. It's a pain in the butt, but you gotta do it. Or, you get one of the packs that just have it all set, everything set up for you. And just use it and never touch it. And then just never have anything in your game that requires the use of a UI. Have everything just in-game. Maybe there's a way of moving the mouse and having it update. I don't know. Not something I actually really looked into too much. I mean, I looked into it a bit, but I don't remember at this point. You bought the main menu Pro, you still have it, just literally never used it. You bought many assets you never used. Are you one of those? You just buy stuff because it looks cool. No, I can't bring myself to do that. If I'm buying it, I have to use it like immediately. Like, I can't even call myself cheap because a friend of mine is actually cheap. Like, it makes me look like the biggest spender in the world in comparison. So I have a hard time calling myself cheap. But I don't throw money at random stuff. For sure. You have many assets, but all free on the month giveaway. Yeah, that's normal. Yeah, that is normal. Okay, it's all working. Good. Like, there's a few I finally bought because the fab sale is going on right now, right? I bought some of the stuff that we're gonna try to implement. I mean, maybe I just do that for the rest of the month. Next week I just implement those things before I go back to the boss. Actually, it might not be a terrible idea. So I don't have to do more animations. There you go, that's better. Like, years better just build it all yourself? It depends what it is. You'll fully understand everything, and that's the main thing you realize helps. I mean, again, depends what it is. If it's something complex, then, you know, yeah. Like I like to buy specifically things that are really complex, that I would take me way too much time to learn or do. I'm not a effects guy. I buy, like, this stuff, I buy. I can't make a actual 3D dungeon generator, I buy. Right? Do I have sci-fi in this project? No. I mean, it's all science fiction in a sense, but I'm assuming you mean like, I'm dead. I assume you mean like, like futuristic sci-fi. Because isn't fantasy basically sci-fi? It's all... I mean, I guess it's not science. I mean, it depends. Some parts of it is. You're broke man, you have to make your own stuff or settle. Oh yeah, or you know, use the free for the month stuff. There's a bunch of free stuff available. Some mesh packs, also good buys. I don't ever buy meshes. I don't ever buy asset packs. Not once. Because I can make them myself. And then I'd want them to, like, be consistent. Hey, Turner, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Kind of like pseudo sci-fi, yeah. What's the free stuff right now? Oh yeah, this... It wasn't anything amazing this time around. I like it. It's fine. This is fine. Nothing like absolutely amazing here, but nothing wrong with it either. Right. This one just doesn't make sense to me. Like, what's the point of it? Doesn't make sense to me. Like, it gives you a place to organize everything, I guess. But you could do that with a data table yourself. So like this one, like I wouldn't purchase myself. Because this one's just like, hey, yeah, have a global variable and call it a day. And then, I mean, personally, I don't like his face. He has a very punchable face. But maybe that's the point. Maybe you want a tree-like creature with a very punchable face. When I look at his face, look at his face. I want to punch it. Look at his stupid face. I just want to punch it in the face. If you want to make it stylized in the same style, adjust the saturation and hue and those settings for the textures itself. You made real looking 4K textures look like cartoons. I mean, it depends on the style. Yeah. Dollar store Groot. Should you snag electronic notes finally? I mean, if you want to, I know what the plugin is that you're referring to. I've never cared for it. So I don't have it. Right, this one. I've never much cared for like all of this. Personally. Like, here's the problem, right? At least for me. Is this, okay? This one, I have control through using reroute nodes how this looks. Okay? So I can put because this is not how you would actually use this. This is basically very much advertising, right? It's not what you would actually do, at least what I would actually do, is I would have time from here, then have a reroute node, and then I would just do this. Or yes, this, right? That's what I would do. Yeah. Okay. But here, this overlaps. So this now overlaps. So now it's much harder to tell what goes where. Here it also overlaps. So depending on how you have things set up, your wires will just overlap. And again, this, yeah, can be done with 1 point. I would just make this 2. Point here, and then we'll call it 8. Yeah, it's an extra point. But like here, right, instead of having this, I would have, again, a reroute and then a split. And then you can really visually see that, hey, it's one cable here, not 2 separate ones. So like, for me, I prefer the normal way. I have more control, I feel like, than this. It looks cool, but personally, I don't like that. This one even it's even more on, actually. I don't like that all of these end up overlapping too much, right? Okay, which one's here? What are we looking at right here? Right, we have 3 inputs. Where are these going? Which one's going where? I can't tell. They're all overlapping. This one's a little bit more spaced. You can tell a little better here, but not perfectly. This is like, I think for this one and this one is this one, right? But it's hard to tell. Right? So that's what I'm getting at is, like, yes, it's really cool. But personally, I'm fine with the default where I have more control over how I visualize the things. I could put an extra reroute node, and don't forget, that if you're using Unreal and this is a function, right? Because this is a return node, right? So this would not even be a thing to begin with. If you're in Unreal and you're using, if you're in a function, grab, I don't know, anything. I don't know, random function. Can I have one with an input? None of them have inputs. Input. Of course, none of them have inputs. Okay, here's one with an input, right? I wouldn't even drag out of this. I would just do get value, and then I don't even need to drag anything. So personally, I much prefer this, where I could just grab whatever I need, make local reroutes, right, and then just control the flow. I like the way I like it, but that's because I'm used to it. I've been doing this for a long time, so I just prefer it. If you prefer the other ones, go nuts, right? It's not an expensive plugin. Hey, Felix, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You could just have slightly more space between blocks? Well, yeah, obviously. Of course. What I said is irrelevant to that. You're now forced to put things in places to work around it, right? That's a workaround. That's not a... Either way, like, I don't care what you use. If you like it, go nuts. Use it. I'm just saying what I like. You know, when people give their opinion, you don't have to actually agree with them and do what they like. You can make your own opinions and do what you like. It's awesome. Free will is great, isn't it? They should be color code if they're like that. Oh, that wouldn't be possible because they're all the same variable type. Like thinking of your strings of nodes as alien spacecraft coming to invade from space. You know what you should be thinking of it as? I'll tell you what you should be thinking of it as. Just think of it as the flying spaghetti monster. All right, people already call it spaghetti. All hail the flying spaghetti monster. What would you say is your best asset purchase from Fab for your own game? Best in what sense? Like, Dungeon Architect allows me to create the dungeon, but I don't particularly like the... I wouldn't recommend the plugin. So, it is the foundation of the game generation. So I'm not... So, it is the most beneficial, but I wouldn't say it's... I wouldn't call it worth it. So that's a hard... That's hard to say. Paper ZD. Paid nothing is amazing. Paper ZD. Actually, let me go and... because it seems like we got the package working. Let me go and... install some of the stuff that I got on Fab. Timeline, component timeline. Sure, install 5.8 and 5.7, so I don't forget. I don't use FluidFlux. FluidFlux is not something I have any experience with. The new animation skin layer stuff is great. I haven't used it. I haven't had a use case for it yet, but I agree it's pretty cool. Component timeline is going to be interesting. We're gonna test that. Is there a way to see if recently purchased? If I go to my library, can I look at? They sort by. Oh, newest, yeah. Why is browse Quixel Megascans newest? I don't know. That works. I need the flex pool. You start giving your Pokemon souls. Right now, they all have Charmander's mind, so they're all mean little brats. What? Are you trying to say the Pokemon you had were all soulless bastards? About time they got a soul. There's all the stuff that I bought on the sale. I think that's it. Yeah. Now we wait for them all to finish. Personalities, I guess. Yeah. They all had a blank state where they walked around doing nothing before. You're mad at Fab, they can't get the assets right? Look, everyone's mad at Fab. I would love to just get an emote that just says fucking Fab, but that would never be approved anywhere. I mean, I could make it on as a 7TV emote, to be fair. But it would just be too small. I would need to look into how to make all those like extra wide ones, and then just like F fucking Fab. What was your pick for most beneficial? Worth it? Paper City. It's free and totally worth it. Cop out choice, boo. I don't use that many plugins. I use like 3 plugins, really. One of them I use, but I don't like. So like my options are very limited. You use one Nagar UI plugin. Yeah, it's the one you were saying to put Nagra in the UI, right? Yeah, I haven't needed it yet, so. UDS, Ultra Dynamic Sky. I think I have that one. Yeah, I have Ultra Dynamic Sky. I've never used it. Well, I've never used it in any of my projects. I think I just bought it because it was cheap. It was on sale, like for really cheap. I was like, ah, screw it. I probably will use it at some point. That was one of those, like, yeah, I'm fine with just buying that one, even though I don't need it. Now your plugin's free. Even more of a reason to use it. Maybe eventually I'll use Nagra. There are some things that I could probably use the Nagra plugin for. Hey, Job Guy Rex, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Try the only one that just works, and that's quite literally everything you could ever want for sky settings. Yeah, I use it at work. I've used it a bit at work, but usually we haven't used it really because for the longest time, lighting needed to be baked. It's just too performance expensive to be used on the LED stage. So I think recently we could get away with it. But do you have a recommendation for an asset that implements main menu and common settings? Graphics. Oh yeah, it's the one I have. I can recommend you mine. I'll show you my options menu. I love mine. I hate documentation, and that's the one documentation that I think is amazingly done. The person who made the documentation for it did such a good job. I'm just waiting for this to finish downloading so I can launch the project again, but I'll show you my options menu. It's very customizable as well. Yeah. It was so good, I've made YouTube shorts about the freaking documentation. Just to say praises about it. Just because I was like, this is just so good. I have to. So I'll go grab it as well as the link. Changes to the source code files have been detected. Would you like to import them? Yes. I don't want to import them myself. Stop. Oh God. No. I don't want to click this 206 times. Son of a... Really, Unreal? Why is this a thing? I brought something in from Fab. Why is this a thing? Why is all of this a thing? Wait for it to finish. I should have hit now. I should have knew better. Closing it. Don't save any of it. I don't care. Why did it just open into the store page? Epic, for fuck's sake. Seriously. Get your shit together, for the love of God. Like, you make it so easy to shit on you. Why? Like, I know V2 of this launcher is coming at some point. It cannot get here fast enough. How do you get a job working with Unreal? You apply for a job with working for Unreal. Manage plugins. Okay, so here's the plugins I have. Component timeline. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Flexible. Turn that on. Failed to write output file. What? Okay, now it's fine. Shit. Plugins I have: Project Cleaner, Tab Restore, Paper CD, PCGX. These are all free. DLSS we're not counting. XCSS not counting. So the paid ones are FlexPool, FlexPartition. FlexPartition is pretty cool. And then Dungeon Architect, which I would not recommend for the price. And these two I just added. So I guess my only option in terms of like the one I would recommend, FlexPartition. It's the only option. Hey, Double Styrofoam Prep, welcome in. How's it going? Doing well. Work for Epic or work for CD Projekt Red? I mean, there's more than that if you want to work in Unreal. But those are our options, yes. Okay, so we're good. Okay, so here, let me show you the menu. Oh, there's plenty of options. So this is this is all within the same pack. So this entire options menu, VSync, color, like the aesthetic of this, having support for DLSS and all of that, anti-aliasing, window mode, resolution, bunch of graphics options. Options for graphics presets, right? All of this with support for languages, gameplay types, screen. Some of these are custom. Screen shake I added, health bars I added, minimap I added. So this is my custom ones. Control support. I don't think there's support for multi-button. I could be wrong. Maybe he added it. I just haven't looked. Audio controls with like per sections, all of this. There's also like a benchmark thing I turned off. Anyway, this is all. Oh, there's a benchmark there. I guess I didn't turn off this button, which I just only now noticed. Oh well, that can stay there. But basically, all of this is from a single pack that I'm quite happy with. Which is this guy. Easy Game UI. 4.9 stars, 83 reviews. I really should just rate it 5 stars as well. It is.
Quick ad break. Blueprints are now AFK farming errors. The bugs will wait patiently for me.
And there's a few versions of it. There's like there's an ultimate version as well. There's like a whole gallery. There's a save and load system that comes with it. Like for saving and loading. It's quite a large pack. And it's all done in blueprints. And the documentations on this is genuinely the best documentation I've ever seen. Here's the link. If all documentations were written as like this person wrote it, I would honestly actually be able to follow documentations. Yes, it had sensitivity for the mouse as well. I disabled a bunch of stuff for mine because I don't need mouse sensitivity options. Like it has like a photo mode. It has built-in credit system. It has like a bunch of stuff here. It has ray tracing, a global illumination support just built into it. I just disabled it because I'm not using it. Yeah, hotkeys. Here's the benchmark thing. Again, I just disabled some stuff that I just don't need. Full like multi-slot saving system if you want to load specific saves. Yeah, it's all blueprints. So you can go in and modify or add your own functionality. Photo mode with full like controls for photo mode. Like I'm genuinely quite happy with this. I think it's relatively cheap as well. Let me open it on a incognito so I see the price. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's on sale right now for $32. It's 50% off. For what you get, honestly, this is right here is probably the best thing that I have ever bought. For the price. For what it's worth, for what I paid, I would say it's worth the original price. And 50% off right now. Are there any requirements for the grant application? Yeah, you have to fill out some stuff and you have to have a video. Yeah. Oh, weren't you asking about a plugin specifically though? Or did I just think you were talking about a plugin specifically? Because this is not a plugin. From my understanding, you don't have to rebuy a pack if you end up earning more. From my understanding, that whole system is such a like the Fabs, pricing system is so stupid. But I don't think it. I don't think you have to rebuy it. It's already in your library. It's not you can't even rebuy it as a new one, right? It's saved in my library. I didn't buy it as the professional one, but it's only have an option now to rebuy it, right? So I don't think you have to rebuy it. It wouldn't make sense. I think it's at that time. If you're making over 100K at that time, then you should be buying the professional. How would they track that? No clue. So like if you're like at 120K, I have no idea how they could possibly ever be like, let me see your numbers. Or maybe they can. I don't know. Not a clue. Any fat purchase? Yeah, this is it. This is the best purchase I did. If I looked at the there's a few options I turned off. That I might be able to just show real quick. Right, all of this stuff. Yeah, there was camera field of view. There's mouse camera sensitivity, gamepad camera sensitivity, and invert of axis. I just have this entire section disabled. You can make your own. Like you can literally make your own options. Here's the audio one. So again, like I added my own stuff. And again, it has, if I go, is it here? Yeah, there's more above. So, oh yeah, here's the game benchmark button that I've disabled. It comes with Lumen support for like hardware or software Lumen options, right? Again, I've just disabled a bunch of the stuff because I don't need it for mine. It also comes with a description that you might have seen when I was using this. If I go to options, right? All of these, right? I didn't write these write-ups. I wrote it for the stuff that I'd need. Right? Like, I wrote this one. Okay, for mine, but it has support for it. There's also support for stuff like this, where if I turn this on, then it enables these options. Because this is my custom ones. Custom options. And also, when you do reset, you can reset just the option you're on, reset the entire tab, or reset everything as an option. Again, absolutely love this pack. I think, and the fact that it's all blueprints might be a turnoff for like some people, but I absolutely love that, as this is a blueprint project, and that means I can customize this if I really wanted to. I can change the look of this, I can change the colors of this, I can change which corners get rounded. If I wanted to have a different aesthetic, I can change the, like, everything. It's great. Genuinely very happy with this pack. So I don't mind singing its praises, if you will. Okay, we installed a fun little plugin just now, right? Called Component Timeline. So I want to see if it's possible to make it so when I go in front of certain stuff, instead of it turning off and on like this, for it to animate off and on, like with a transition. And by putting the functionality on a timeline component, I can just add it to things that I want. So let's try it. Let's try it. Camera fade? Did you do something like that with PCG blocks? No, because PCG has nothing to do with camera stuff. PCG is just a spawner of things. It doesn't change. It doesn't have any of that kind of functionality. Maybe you're thinking of something else? Timeline. Oh, there's a timeline option. Oh, it's so good. So good. Custom event. Hello, Fire Monk. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. We're thinking of the animated building blocks. Oh yeah, back in the day when I had like the building blocks moving up and down. Yeah, that was quite a while ago. That was a different system entirely. Yeah. It's very different from where it was. I'll probably make a 3-year kind of development log type thing, like video going over like where the game is after 3 years of time. Not 3 years of working on, but 3 years of time. I want to do hide. Just make this simple. Show. We're gonna do play, and then reverse. We'll just have a 1 second. We can always adjust this. And because we're using a timeline, we might as well have it curved. So the way this needs to work is, oh, you know what I should do? Initialize component timelines. Okay, good to know. Good warning. Good error warning. I need to go in and modify the material, because I think what I'm using, yeah, is a parameter. I should really change this to a custom primitive data. So which means by default right now, right, it's not gonna work. Well, that's fine. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, I'm gonna do one minus. So that way, by default, it's visible. And then if it's 1, then we're fading out. So what we can do now on here is do get owner. I guess I would need to do get component by class. Static mesh component. Set custom primitive data float. Index 0. This is the track. And it's going to go from 0 to 1. Yep. So let's go and here, this is the test. All right, that's not getting in the way. Okay. Okay, then here we need to do hit actor. We could try here. Get component by class. If it's valid, fade. Oh, hide. Flip-flop won't work here. Flip-flop risks being on the wrong state. If you somehow triggered it twice super fast, you have a chance of it not being the right thing exactly when you want it to be that thing. Like it can like be triggered twice super fast by accident, right? And now it's offset from where you want it. Let me check. This is even going there. That I did it in the right place. Okay, yes it is. Oh, why is this not valid? Oh, because I'm an idiot. Because I always do this. I always make something and then I just don't freaking connect it. Every damn time. If you get the grant, are you going to work on the game full time? No, it's not that much money. No, it's little. The grant money is just enough to hire someone to do the card art, as in like all of those, but like all of this stuff. Get someone to do the music and concepting the characters. That's all. It's not that much money. I'm asking basically $30,000 after taxes, which is about 46,000-ish before taxes. For me to do this full time, just for myself, right? It would need to be six figures. It would need to be more, well, in the six-figure range, I guess, because it would need to support me financially, and keeping in mind that I will not be working, which means as soon as that money runs out, I need to have a job immediately. So I'm also out of the right versus being employed and being like, oh yeah, I have worked for for years, right? I have that risk, so it needs to also. Oh, there we go. So now, did. This here. I need to do it. And, add new. Instead of no longer overlapped. If it is not empty. I think it's this one. If I just ran across this, right, it will fade out and fade in relative to. One thing that I'm noticing is the The texture moves. Why is the texture move? Like, I know it's position, and it's a world, not world. It's like position based noise, but I'm changing the opacity of the entire thing. What? Why is that happening? Was it because of the dithering? I wonder if it's because of the dithering. Interesting. Let's make this faster. Regardless. That's better. And I need to obviously add it to all of these. Yeah, that's interesting. Why would it do that? Oh, I'm using custom and primitive data for other stuff. Oops. That's why. Whoops. I'm tweaking the tiling at the same time as I'm tweaking the opacity because I forgot I already used custom primitive data somewhere else. So it's fading out, it's also changing the tiling. Hence things are moving. That'll do it. Yep, that'll do it. Let's give it data 50, and then on here we'll say data 50. Oh, maximum is 35. Okay, let's do maximum 35. That's fine. Turns out there's a maximum amount of custom primitive channels. There we go. Problem solved. That is a lot better. Let's go ahead and adjust the minimum, though. I don't want it to go actually to 0. So let's do like 0.8 here. Mm. 7.5. Oh, we were using 0.3 before, so let's go back to 0.3 effectively. Yeah. That's better, isn't it? I'm quite pleased with that. You know, no longer is it I mean, the fade out maybe should be faster. Let's try making it a little bit faster. Yeah. It's no longer like it doesn't feel as like intrusive, right? Because if I made this, for example, basically immediate, right? This is basically what it was, right? There you go. Component timelines. Freaking amazing. Works like a charm. So what we do now is we would need to go in and add it to all of these. Okay, we're gonna need to make a... Of course, you can't bulk add actor components. I'm going to need to, okay, yeah. Next week, what I'm going to do is I'll write a scriptable tool, editor utility widget that will just allow me to add and remove a component, or add and remove that component. Parent-child, I don't want to do it a parent-child, because I just want to be able to bring in regular static meshes and just give them the component, and that's it. I don't want these to be blueprints of the world. Let them be regular static meshes. I don't want to deal with just because it's easier to just drag in a bunch of static meshes, right? Than having to deal with blueprints, and then you have to swap out the meshes, right? Just from a workflow perspective, I find this a little bit easier. Plus, then I can very quickly just remove the component if I don't want it to be affected, or add the component for things I do want it to be affected. So that's okay. But the main thing is it works, right? If I go in here and I just grab and put it on these guys. Oh. Okay, that was interesting. I don't know why I didn't fade back out. That was the first time that's ever happened. Working fine now. Either way, it's now a lot gentler of a transition, which I really like. That actually opens up quite a few options. Potentially. Being able to put timelines and components does open things up. And for reference, I'm using this one. Component timeline. It was really cheap. It literally just gives functionality inside of a component, which is freaking amazing. So I can do stuff like that. Because the main issue, right, was when you're doing these fade outs, having it fade over time means each one has its own start and end, and maintaining that through like an actual array with like when it was added, what is still overlapping, right? Doing that whole thing can be done, giant pain in the ass. Or you just do a timeline and do play in reverse. And with custom and printer data, you don't even need to like do anything super fancy. Yeah. Here, you guys want it. It's on sale right now, which is why I grabbed it. Okay. We'll finish that up Monday. So the other one that I got that we can take a look at is the Flex Pool. So I had the Flex Partition, which has been pretty nice. And I got Flex Pool. It was like less than $5 or something like that. Hey Rohan, yeah, welcome in. How's it going? You doing well? Yeah. Timeline features and components. That's what we just set up. And it works great. It allows me to fade in and fade out. Just for having a little simple component. Which was a big pain in the butt to even attempt to do before. You got that should be easy for someone to do. For what? Having fade in, fade out on overlap? You would need to keep track of... I mean, it's not just for that, right? It's just full timeline functionality in a component. I'm using it for that, though. But you would need to keep track of whether... when you enter it, when you leave it, and then you would need to have your own timer going, and then loop on all of the stuff you're overlapping, and either add to it or subtract to it, whether or not they're in the array. It can be done. It's just a pain in the ass, so I never did it. But this just makes it easy, so which is why I did it. Timeline in components, you can make that in a day. Oh, like the plugin? Yeah, it was like less than, it was like $5. Like, I don't code, so let's see. Yeah, $5.49. It was basically a no-brainer. 70% off. Yeah, this one was less than $5, right? Can I do it myself? Yeah, but you know, I'm paying for convenience. This is just like an actor pooling system, which just makes things easier again. Could I set up my own actor pooling? Yes. This is gonna make my life easier though. So we can set up the actor pooling, specify how the spawn limit per tick, despawn limit per tick, maximum pool size. Initialize pool, async initialize pool. In my case, I'll probably just do instantly because it'll be behind loading screens. But sometimes I'll probably want to do it async. This one was less than $5. I was like, you know what? Sure. Again, it just makes my life easier. Oh no, that was a separate thing. The pooling issue I had, this wouldn't fix. The pooling issue I had wasn't because of the pooling, it was just because of bounciness, or set the bounce. That was the problem. It was the problem with that, and just it was shown because the actor was being pooled, not because of how the pooling system itself was working. This is just, again, a convenience thing. Super cheap, makes my life easier. Why not? You have a custom pooling system and it's light years better than spawning, like incredibly better. Yep, that's why my projectiles right now are using a pooling system that I made myself. Well, followed a tutorial and customized it. But this now has async, it has initialize, right? It has all the good stuff, which mine doesn't do. Definitely use the async if you're spawning like more than 20 AI at a time. Yeah, the one I'm actually using is a different one. The one I'm using for AI actually is the Flex Partition, dynamic actor streaming system used for spatial grids for efficient runtime optimization and culling. So this is I'm using this for the characters. So this is another one by that same person. Also, I just realized his name is Alucard, which is freaking amazing. And the nice thing about that one is Flex Partition. You basically could give it a spatial grid in 3D space. So mine is a vertical dungeon. So not only am I splitting up in 2D space, I'm splitting up in 3D space. And then I could specify here how many I want to spawn per tick or unload per tick. And so it just takes care of loading and unloading all my enemies at range. But I'll be changing how my spawning's set up once 5.8.1 comes out and I update to it. For my, because basically I'm spawning all of the mobs during a loading screen and then having that unload and reload them back in. And then reset up all the stuff that's needed. But it's weird. I'm not sure how it fully works because it is running the event begin play again. So I don't know. Maybe I need to be using just the pooling system for the enemies as well. But that becomes a little more complicated. Yeah, take actor from pool. Async, take actor from pool. Take actors from pool. Number of actors that can be spawned per tick is controlled by spawn limit per tick. Return actor to pool. Utility functions: empty the pool, empty all pools, get the pool size, is actor in pool. That's nice. And there's some events on take from pool, on return to pool. Perfect. I mean, I kind of skimmed through this, so I know most of the functionality. So that way, right? So when you take and return, right, you need to do some custom logic. Normally set up your actor in the constructor and begin play method, and this remains the same. However, this is just normal pool functionality. Implement the interface, so we get those. Flexible allows you to use processors to automate actor management. Processors are optional and can be used alongside interfaces, or you can create your own. Oh yeah, this was the interesting thing. You can create your own processor, and so you could have your own custom inputs and outputs, basically. When you return and you take from the send to the pool and take away from the pool for that actor. So it's like a built-in variables you just set up. So I thought it was pretty cool. Either way, it was super cheap. I was like, why not? I think it's gonna make my life easier. Also, I normally have dark mode on. And looking at these sheets always with dark mode on is amusing because it always, for some reason, thinks you want to do a negative for the images. At least when you're looking at like a Google Doc. It just does the inverse of it. So it makes it spooky. Hey Scotty, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It might be good to make your pools in the game instance so that the pools go over between levels and game modes. I don't need my... That's an interesting idea, actually, for some stuff. Actually. That's an interesting idea, because for things like projectiles, that's going to be consistent. I like the way you think. For you who's still learning UE5, what is the difference to spawn and unspawn actors based on distance and use pooling? So spawning and unspawning is just a matter of loading into memory and removing it from memory. And when you do that a lot, the garbage collection can pile up, causing a bit of performance issues. Versus your pooling and not pooling effectively just moves the existing actor and sets them up. So for example, if I shoot a fireball and it explodes, if I want to shoot another fireball, right, I'm now spawning another actor normally. But what you can do is instead of that, you could just say, hey, that fireball exploded. It's now hidden. It's still there. It's still in memory. You're just moving it back to your own original position and making it look like you're shooting a different one. But really, it's the same one. So instead of continuously doing the calculation for spawning an actor and doing all that and unspawning it, right, from memory, it takes care of that. But basically, it becomes a little more performant. It's not required, but depending on how much stuff you're spawning and despawning, right, like especially for things like projectiles, depending like if it's a projectile heavy thing, it will definitely improve the performance. Projectiles and so on, or enemies, they will always be in memory. Speaking of in memory, let me take a look at flex partition. Because destroying and creating actors is expensive, so you can save processing. Yep. If you have a simple actor, right, it's not going to be as noticeable. But if you're like doing like full characters, especially, it's going to be very noticeable. Especially if you're trying to spawn multiple at once, you'll notice it. I want to see. The way I'm thinking about this now, is this spawning and is this actually respawning them, or is this pulling them? So this might actually just be. Especially use a handle to process queued actor spawn and despawn requests. I think no, this is actually full on. Flex pool integration. Oh, interesting. Hold on. Flex pool integration is optional, which is the one I just got. It uses flex partition handle. Features take actors from flex pool when they become relevant and return them to the pool when they become inactive. Oh, interesting. So I can combine the two. Oh, this is awesome. So it will just work with both together. Oh yeah, we're definitely setting this up. PCG integration. Interesting. Yeah, so I was still spawning and despawning. I mean, the performance was still a lot better using it, but we'll combine it with the pooled actor stuff, which is going to be good. Yeah, this is going to be our next week's stuff. I'm looking forward to this. Your bullet system is data structs in a pool system. It's super nice. Not even spawning actors, just spawning struct/data via fake physics math. But you mean you're still spawning something visual, right? So there has to be something still visual that you're showing. Well, you spawned once, right? And then you're just re-showing the visual, like return, right? You show it again, right? I'm assuming. Either way, it's cool. Not having to do any of the physics calculations probably helps a lot for performance. The visuals are taking the struct data and putting that into a Niagara VFX. So Niagara is the visual. Got it. And then Niagara you set to be pooled basically, right, using the Niagara system itself. Because Niagara has that built in. I don't know how that works for, like, I don't think you can preload it. I think the first time you load it, it then loads multiple, from my understanding. That one still confuses me. Because you can like you do the auto release thing, and so it doesn't destroy it. It just keeps it in memory. But I don't understand fully how it works in terms of, like, if you can preload the stuff at all. Is that a thing? Can you preload Niagara without having to spawn the Niagara? Because I tried some way of preloading Niagara effects. You can prime pools for Niagara, though? No, hold on. I primed, I give it, like, I specify a number for those. But how does it know to actually then prime it? Because it's not just going to go through all my effects, even when I don't need them. All right, like, for example... it doesn't really matter. Oh, I did. This one, I found the one I didn't configure yet. This one needs to be bigger. So, like, this pool prime size, right? When is it? How does it know when to do it? Is it the first time you use it, then it just loads that many? Make a loop and make multiple systems set it to auto release. Yeah, so you have to, like, spawn them in. That's why it wants you not to prime too many. That's pretty much what it does, to your understanding. Has them pre-cached via spawning them in the background, guessing. Yeah, that's the part that I haven't understood, is how do you... Because it says how many instances we should use to initially prime the pool. Use with care, as this could cause large hitches for systems loaded and unloaded during play rather than event load. So like, this could stay 5 actually. Max pool size doesn't really matter that much. I'll get away with 32 most likely. If anything, it'll go above that. Depending on the setups, you will need more. It's fine. But yeah, I don't fully understand how to properly preload the Niagara effects. I'd love to. Yeah, exactly. For me, like, the reason I'm putting such a high number, I'll show you. I'll show you why I'm putting such a high number. Because depending on your power-up combinations, because that's not a value I can just, I mean, maybe I can expose it, but that would be such a pain in the ass to tweak dynamically. Right, so like if I had 1, yeah, don't need much, right? But here's what I can do. Right, that second one was actually more than 5. Right? So I actually should be like 10 as the base prime, right? Now that may be like, oh, okay, well that, you should make it 10. You don't need 64 then. Yeah, about that. What I can also then do is get this, and now I'm doing a lot more projectiles. I have 4 times more projectiles. Oh, hold on. What if that's not enough projectiles? Let me just do that in all directions. So yeah, depending on your power-ups, you can have quite a few. Set the prime full size to 10. 64 is probably not enough, but we're like total, but need to make a Niagara system instances. You hate having to change the properties in blueprints or make a new. Oh yeah, I do that too. Yeah, I duplicate the entire Niagara system just to tweak a few settings. Yeah, I'm not a Niagara expert either, so no clue. And I tried looking it up, and there's very little information about it. Unfortunately. Maybe someone knows out there. Some guy hidden in a cave with no electricity, refuses to go online and keep his secrets to himself. Guys, it's about that time, huh? This Sunday is going to be a different video than normal. I'm going to be talking and chatting with you guys and showing some stuff. It's not going to be just like a talking head video, but primarily we're just going to be talking and discussing how I typically use PCG. So like, how do I decide how I want to do something using PCG? Do I make a big graph? Do I make a small graph? Do I want to, right, break things up into multiple? A lot of times I end up making smaller, more modular graphs. I want to talk about that. I think it'd be I think it's a good discussion to have. So hopefully you guys will like it, like the talk. I'll come with examples. Maybe not graph examples, but I'll have like visuals to show. And I'll talk about what I do in the game as well. Because I think a lot of times people get intimidated because they're like, oh shit, I need to make this very big, large, complex graph. When you can just do a smaller graph, just a few smaller graphs, and have a much easier time and do it in like a fraction of the time and have more control. But it really depends, right? Depends on what you want and how you want it to work. So, regardless of that, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Get some rest, get some sleep, and I'll see you guys on Monday, where we get to have some fun setting up these new plugins to improve stuff. But I'm going to probably apply with my current build over the weekend to the Mega Grant, because honestly, that's not going to be why it makes or breaks it. So there's no reason why at this point I shouldn't apply. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.